more sure, and I have him on upper circ. I'm moving the lymph, so, you know, he's taking a while to get his hair growing. But to me, hair growth is just a natural phenomenon of a healthy body. What worries me is the young men that are going, the hairlines are receding and going bald in their 20s. That worries me for their future of Alzheimer's, dementia, their future of keeping their mental apparatus in shape. This is scary because where we see people in their 70s or 80s in nursing homes, we are such at a level of decay in cells that we might start to see a lot of 20 and 30-year-old in nursing homes. It breaks your heart. We got to pull ourselves out of this. Mark, 24 years old, son. I still struggle with my knee injury. Okay, so here we're going back to the lymph system here. You got to get your lymph system, your kidneys fixed here, so that knee injury will heal. Remember, I talked earlier on this about Calma Plus or some parathyroid tissue to help healing this. But now I'm healing very rapidly. Okay, good, good, good. My physical and mental performance got much better. Good, good, good since I've started the raw fruits. Go, man, go. Good. Everything's coming up. Only 2 weeks per raw. Most of the fruits. Go. Mark, you're kicking butt, young man. Raw boy. Yeah. Good job, bro. Go, Drew. Hey, I showed him this. Composer. He loves to have people like him. Angel B, when it comes to children getting sick, I think it's important to consider the fact that many of them have had many vaccines. Oh, no question. No question. I mean, it's just, we're bringing souls in, taking these bodies in a highly genetic decline of tissue performance and health, a high toxic world of neurotoxicity, a medical doctor gone wild and mad, pharmacopoeia like nobody's business, an FDA that doesn't care. There's a certain amount of deaths acceptable because this drug has life-saving. What? I mean, so you're coming into a planet like that. These poor kids. And they're the golden childs. In addition to other toxic chemicals in them, there's also formaldehyde. Did I know there was formaldehyde in vaccines? Son of a... add to that, they added hormones and antibiotics. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. They added hormones and antibiotics in the meat. No kidding. What about the neurotransmitters in slaughterhouse meat? You know, no one thinks about the high amount of of neurotransmitters found in slaughterhouse meat because of the way we slaughter them and how that impacts the adrenal glands. And this is another reason I think we're really losing our adrenal glands in terms of the medulla and the neurotransmitters is because of so much heavy slaughterhouse meat eating and the ingestion of neurotransmitters. Remember, when you ingest neurotransmitters, steroids, or hormones, you're going to lose the function of your glands. And if you don't want to lose the function of your glands and you want to get the take on that persona of health and vitality of tissue, then you have to walk this walk. But yeah, these kids are coming into this world. But you guys, and you great mothers out there, and you guys are making a big difference, and you're making inroads. The mountain is big, but we're breaking it down, and you guys are doing very well. Keep it up. You mothers out there, I'm proud. There's a whole bunch of mothers that are putting their children to raw food, even C-stall to a certain extent. You've got to convince your children, and it's tough going into these schools, but these schools should be having salad bars for lunch, not hamburgers and pizzas and milk. Hi, can a raw diet heal MS? Does a bear poop in the woods? I was diagnosed in '96. I am having a Robert Morse-a-thon tonight. Well, you keep watching the young lady that's walking with MS, and then you ask yourself, she was wheelchair bound. And I've had them worse. I've had them totally prone, stiff as a board. Got them going. So let me tell you, can you? There's nothing you can't. Let's put it that way. There's nothing you can't. And with that kind of attitude, there's nothing you can't. I've never seen anything the body couldn't regenerate. Yes, I've had the medical doctor people take people down so low, I could not get them back. When it's the kids, I go have a good cry. But you get your butt in gear there, my dear. Lilac Festival. Love it. I was in Texas, and they were having a big festival there. I was turned on to this by Dan the Man. Good, Dan the Man. How's he doing anyway? I think he called the other day talking to him. I think he's coming to the class. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a few years at the class. Some people retake it often. I never knew there was such a thing as a holistic nurse. You betcha. And you're 42 years old, Karen lady. Karen, you get that MS out of you, dear one. And get on the raw and get going. Get up upper circ, brain, and nerve. If you have any brain lesions, get your lymph moving, get your bowels cleaned up, get your adrenals turned on, and you will go forth MS free. I wish to apologize to you and the other folks here for my tirade about colostrum and animals yesterday. You asked a question, well, that's okay. You know, we all get a little rowdy here, so that's okay. I like this this thing about this formula, clarity. You know, when you first read the research, or what they claim is the research on everything from Noni to Motivy to everything, here's everything under the sun. The best, you've got to have this. It's a marketplace. And people are, thanks to some of you guys bringing out the truth here, it has a pH of 0.5. Holy crap. That means that it's 5 times hotter than battery acid. I don't see how that's possible. Wow. That's a bad product. I hope the FDA does something about that. They probably already have. I'm not familiar with it. I just don't. If it's not an herb, now I know I'm into glandulars, and you're seeing why. But if it's not an herb, I just don't waste my time and your future suffering. Because how would you like to come to me and I load you down with supplements and you had faith? You went home and you did them for a year, and you found out that some of them did major damage to the tissues in your body. What would you think? You wouldn't like it, would you? Matter of fact, I wouldn't like it either. I would be, as a practitioner, upset at myself that I gave someone something that would hurt them. We need that kind of thinking in the pharmaceutical industry. But I just don't get excited over products because I'm already excited over what God made. I'm excited over the botanical kingdom. Why would I get excited about some extreme sulfur or something that has an extreme acid pH? Why would I get excited over that? I'm already excited. Like I said, be excited over something. Be excited that God made some neat herbs on this planet, and getting them fresh and doing them right. There's nothing more powerful. We grab at straws and not want to focus on the real and the reality of this. And you guys are focusing on the reality. Whether your friends like it or not, when they're in trouble, they've got 2 choices. Well, they got 2 or 3 choices. If this is one of them, they're going to be good. If it's not, not so good. We see the whole people trace around to the medical, then the nature path, and they slowly make their way around through this way. Unfortunately, valuable time can be lost with those that are really hurting bad. I love the lone state, Miss Raven. I personally believe you must spend a tremendous amount of time alone without friends, phones, TV, etc. I couldn't say it any better. Right on. Bravo. Because you have to. You have to love yourself. You have to say, you know what, I'm okay. I might not be the handsomest or the prettiest person, or I might not have the best, but I'm okay, because as soul, I'm as bright as 10 billion suns. I'm using these bodies to experience creation. And that even makes you a beautiful divine child. Talking about children, what's the easiest way to get the tinctures into small children? Fart? No, you don't do that. My kids are having a problem with the taste. No kidding. Well, Trader, I'll say, my dear, you want to put them in some grape juice. Is the best juice to hide the liquids in there is grape juice. Not apple juice, not orange juice, grape juice. Now, can mix some herbs in with applesauce. That's what a lot of folks do. Some of these kids are just belly right. I'm amazed at some of these kids. They take their dosages right down. But in reality, they are a bit strong. So you might find some juices and flavorings to help them with that. Certainly they're strong. I wish I had a better menstruum that had a flavor and that we could extract so much out of them, but out of the herb. But vinegar is not, and glycerin are real way down, and I don't like glycerin at all. And I hate vinegar. What's the difference between how glandulars and formulas help restore cellular memory? How do acids relate to this? For example, I have PXE, a gene mutation that results in mineralization of elastic fibers in eyes, skin, and other tissues. They think it's mostly about how the liver and kidney expresses the MRP6 protein. So you really wouldn't have a gene problem. You would have a kidney and liver problem. Let's see. Will liver glandulars or a formula help? I'm using parathyroid and kidney formula. Thanks. P.S. Lolo, as in a suit word for love, not because you have us always looking at. You're funny. I read this last night. God, she's funny. I like that, dear one. You're a sweetie. The only thing I can say about the glandulars is that when you're consuming chemistry, you're consuming consciousness as well. So it certainly is about consciousness. Like stem cells, the same type of thinking. There's a consciousness there that, and a magnetic energetics there that impacts cells. Because remember, it isn't just chemistry that impacts cells. Your own consciousness energetically impacts cells. So everything impacts cells, maybe mind more so than matter. Remember, mind over matter. Depends how strong you are in your mind. Many people make themselves sick with their mind. I think that's what a lot of you are seeing that is keeping some people from finding their cure is their mind and their emotions. They've been tampered with so much that they don't have any faith anymore. They don't have any control anymore. They're actually a leaf blowing in the wind. And I was telling Kelly last night, quit being a leaf blowing in the wind. So, and get on the diet. You're not on the diet. You're making these accusations about health and you're not even on the friggin' diet. But gene mutation, a cell is a gene mutation. I mean, in looking at today's world, we're just genetics stacked on top of genetics, stacked on top of genetics. It's all about the memory patterns and cells and their memory patterns. When you hook the spiritual insight to this, which I've given you when I went over that on the video of how creation is created, and we'll have it again in the class, because if you grasp that,